Hey guys, welcome back. Got another episode. Tyler Leavitt's in the house.
Yes, sir.
Tyler, thanks for coming.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having
And
me.
we met through pickleball.
Yes, sir.
And because of pickleball, we have a ton of mutual friends.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Because the pickleball world is a little crazy.
Yeah.
And we've been chatting for a while about getting you on.
Yes.
And I had a crazy month of March with all the running and stuff. And so that put a little kibosh on the podcast episodes.
Yeah, dude. I don't blame you. That's too much
focused.
running.
Yeah.
For a great cause, though, right?
It was a great cause.
Yeah, heck
And
yeah.
putting shoes on kids' feet. And that's a good bridge to what you've recently done with Skechers, one of your biggest deals that you landed as a videographer, photographer in pickleball.
Yep. Skechers performance, baby.
Some people don't know that. Some people don't know about Skechers in the pickleball game.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely a company that's coming up in the pickleball world. They've taken a lot of big steps, I think, and they're making some noise, and I think they're definitely on the rise for sure.
I think they're taking over the market of pickleball shoes.
Oh, dude. In my opinion, they're the best shoe on the market.
They're the most popular that I've heard talked about in St. George.
Oh, yeah, dude.
In St. George, I mean, there's thousands of people that play.
Dude, I feel like St. George is the mecca of pickleball, bro.
For
like,
sure.
Seriously, you can't go anywhere without seeing a pickleball court.
Yeah.
Even in people's backyards.
A lot of history of pickleball in St.
Heck yeah,
George.
dude.
You know, it's funny. I was playing pickleball the other day, and this video is going to come out on my social media soon, but I was in the ledges.
Okay, yeah.
And there was some kids vacationing up there because it's a big, like, VRBO, Airbnb community up there in the ledges. And there was these young college kids that were playing pickleball, and I acted like I had no idea what I was doing. So I was actually with my film guy.
Okay.
And I borrowed his slider shoes, like just flip-flops.
Just the slides?
And I acted like I had no idea what was going on.
You Uncle Drew them, bro?
Tell me what this is. What is this? And they're like, it's pickleball. And I was like, how long has it been around? They're like, 2 years.
They're like, oh, really?
In my mind, I'm like, I think it's probably like 30 or 40. Technically, it's way old.
Yeah.
But I mean, even in St. George, it was around 10 years ago when I started playing, and there's been people that had played well before that. So it's been, I know, 15 plus years in St. George at least.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. I mean, I've really only been playing for 2 years now myself. So like, it was a sport that I had never even really heard about until, my boy Matt Dev told me like, hey bro, come up here and play in the city league. Like, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what's pickleball? And he just kind of gave me the little rundown, and I had played tennis my senior year, like kind of a little bit. I was not really the best in school, so like I didn't really take anything seriously. I didn't ever have the grades to play, to be honest, but I love tennis, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll just come give her a shot, Instantly fell in love with the game, bro. And I won't lie, bro. There was a couple old people that whooped my ass on the court. And bro, I was like, Psh, I'm about to cook these guys up. It did not happen, bro. So
I think that's everyone's first experience in pickleball is some old couple beats them, and then they're like, that's what gets them hooked. Is like, how could that happen? I'm
like, that's not happening again. And it continues to happen, bro. I mean, there are some older folks that, I mean, they can cook.
They're insane.
For sure. So what happened with the college kids and the slides? I mean,
you'll have to check out the video when it comes out.
Oh, you got the vid coming. Okay.
So I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's a lot of, I got out on the court with 3 other dudes. I had the youngest kid out there with me.
Yeah.
I'll just say we ended up winning, going on quite the streak. But you'll have to wait for that video to come out. I'm hoping it turns out pretty good.
Stay tuned. Heck yeah.
Stay
I can't
tuned
wait.
For that
can't wait, bro.
Yeah, pickleball is amazing in the fact that it just brings so many people together, right?
Oh, for sure, man.
And with Skechers, I think this is another parallel that I think is interesting, is their biggest athlete right now in pickleball is Tyson McGuffin.
Yeah, dude.
And you guys have the same vibe in a way. I mean, he's got longer hair, but as far as being tatted up.
Yeah, he doesn't got me on the tats.
No. He's got a ways to catch up to.
But dude, like, it's funny you say that, because like when I first started checking into pickleball, he was the first person that caught my eye, because like you said, like I kind of felt like the same vibe as him. Like, he's super electric on the court, like screaming and getting the crowd going, and like that's the
drinking
type of
beer out of his shoes,
chugging
his Skechers,
and that's like the vibe that I like to bring, bro. Like when I'm in a groove or I'm cooking up, like I love to get loud and get people involved and chirp a little bit. And like you said, like he's got a lot of tattoos as well. And so like I instantly felt like a relationship with him, or like I was connected to them in a certain way. And I loved his swag. Like he has like the best swag in the game out on the court. And I actually reached out to him because one of my first gigs I ever had shooting for photography, videography was at the PPA tour in Las Vegas. And I had just reached out to him on Instagram, and he hit me back. He was like, yeah, dude, come out and like shoot for me and this and that. And I was like, dude, I'm going to play in the tournament too, so it'll be really cool. And anyways, we ended up linking up. I met him, met his wife and his kids, just really, really cool people.
Yeah.
Ended up taking 5th in the 3-5 division.
Heck yeah.
But you know, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And dude, he was just super supportive. Come over, how you guys playing? Like just super open and chill. And that really just opened my eyes, dude, to like what I could do in the pickleball world. And like as far as like photography and videography, like I was in love with the game at that time, and I still am. So it's like I really wanted to put my all into every video and every picture that I've ever taken for pickleball. It's cool because the very first people that I ever created like a reel for or video for was Avery Beck and Logan Rosenbach. So, I mean, you know them. They're legends out here in St. George. They're great players, great people. And so it was kind of cool that I got to link with them at the same tournament and create a reel for them as well. But dude, pickleball has opened up so many doors for me, and I'm sure for you as well.
It's a weird thing. I can say the same, you know, in the real estate world and just opportunities. Me and my wife, Corinne, we talk about it all the time, how pickleball has opened more doors than we can count. It's like,
for sure.
That door opened. Oh my gosh, how'd that happen? Like we're in some investments right now because of pickleball. Like we just bought 5 homes because of pickleball, right? Like a lot of like the storage unit facility that we built and sold, pickleball. Like there's so many other things that have come because of pickleball. I don't play that much anymore either. But
we got to get you out on the courts, bro.
I know. I really should do that a little bit more. I've been hitting the gym.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen
you.
Couple years.
You yoked, bro.
I mean, it's different. It's harder to be yoked when you're out playing pickleball. It doesn't go together.
It doesn't
very well.
I used to go to the gym 7 days a week, bro, and I was pretty stacked. Then when I got into pickleball, I'll go 4 days a week. I'll go 3, and now I'm like one day a week if I'm lucky.
It's an addiction for sure.
It is, bro.
It is for sure.
And I've lost my muscle mass, but you know.
But you've also lost a lot of weight. We used to have my brother on.
Yeah, dude.
He lost 100 pounds, and then you've lost 115?
Yeah, 115 pounds.
115 pounds, and a lot of it was through CrossFit.
Yep, CrossFit. Just dialing in my diet, just really taking fitness and my health and what I was eating to the next level, bro. I mean, I have a lot of people to thank behind that. You know, with that being said, you know, like a lot of my friends and my family helped me like realize what was going on and just kind of put me in check. And, you know, like I was mentioning earlier, COVID was kind of the time where I really just kicked it in. The CrossFit gym that my aunt and uncle own in Mesquite, they started a 100-day challenge, and then, you know, COVID had kind of shut everything down.
Yeah.
And one of my really good friends, Chance, he had a CrossFit gym in the side of his home there in Mesquite. And he started getting my little brother to go work out. And then like a lot of our friends started showing up, and then he would program workouts every single day. And we would just crush it at the gym. We called it the gulag. I don't know if you ever played Call of Duty, but the gulag, you know, you got to go in and come out of the gulag to get that rebirth. And man, it really just changed my life, bro. And like from there, I've learned how to just overcome things mentally, physically, just have that mental strength, bro, to like just keep going, you know?
Yeah.
It's tough, dude.
I feel like now more than ever, and this comes up on a lot of episodes, that there's a big problem with mental health now
for sure.
compared to 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
And you talk about a few of those things just bare, like you mentioned that, like, hey, your mindset and everything has gotten better. What do you attribute to specifically? Like, if you were to tell somebody how to get better mentally, when I say better, like healthier, what would you suggest for them?
I would suggest to really look at what their goals are, where they want to be, and then just take it one day at a time. I used to get caught up all the time when I would try to lose weight and things like that. I would look too far at where I wanted to be, and it was just almost too far-fetched. So it was like, it almost felt like it wasn't doable. Like I couldn't get there. I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. But I started taking it just one day at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one decision at a time. And, as you do that, it's almost like a piece of paper. Like you just stack one piece of paper on top of another, on top of another. Next thing you know, you have a fat book, and that really just kind of made it like, dude, I can make small sacrifices every day.
Yeah.
Just one day, dude. Like, all right, I'm not going to eat the fettuccine Alfredo today. I'm going to get that, that delicious chicken and white rice or something, and eat that. And like, that's how it really just kicked into gear for me. It was like, I'm just going to take it one day at a time, bro. And as I did that, I started seeing the results that I wanted. And then it doesn't really set in stone for you until like the people around you start to notice, because like.
That's what I was going to ask next.
Yeah, no.
Is like when you talk about identity and like people seeing you a certain way, and you start to see results. Did you ever feel like that had a pull, like pulling you back? Is like, oh, is this really me? Is this gonna stick? Is this gonna last?
Yeah, that's a great question, bro. To this day, I still never want to be fat again, and I still think about it. To this day, I weigh myself in the morning. I weigh myself when I get home from work, and I weigh myself when I go to bed. It's something that I do every single day. And people tell me all the time that, oh, dude, you shouldn't be doing that, this and that. But like, that's something that I do because I need to see the numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers won't lie to me. I know when I'm slipping up and when I'm on point, and I can feel it. But it's definitely something that definitely will pull my attention. And it's like, if I'm not feeling like I'm doing my best, it kind of beats me up. And so I just really got to lock back in. Some of those days where I'm feeling pudgy, or I know that I've been eating bad all weekend and stuff like that. But it does play a big part in like how I feel mentally and physically.
Dude, that story actually is so interesting to me because I've thought about this a lot. When you talk about how you're checking the scale 3 times a day, and people are telling you, hey, don't do that because this, that, the other, and they're giving you like data or like research. And you're like, well, screw that. It works for me. Here's my thought recently is like, there's just so much advice out there. We live in a world where like everybody pops open Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. And that's just, there's always going to be, do this, don't do that. Take this, don't take that. Like all this advice, and it always contradicts. And it's like, we're just scatterbrained all over. And then we take no action because there's so much stimulus.
Yeah. You get so like burnt out. You're like, damn, I'm just going to sit put then,
But I feel like the most solid answer in today's world to navigate that is like having the mindset that you had of like, look, it's all good. Like you can say whatever you want. Like, I'm going to do what I want that works though. And the people that can do that in our world today, I feel like that's a huge separator, dude, because there's so much confusion that comes from trying to live your life the way that other people tell you that you should live it.
That's something I've dealt with for a very long time in my life, bro. Trying to make other people happy or everybody's opinions and trying to take it all in. Like, few years ago, dude, I just stopped caring what people thought and what their opinions were. As far as like trying to tell me how to live my life and how to do things. I've always been a person that it's been really tough to like follow certain rules or guidelines. And I just I just can't deal with it, dude. I really just, it's not my vibe. It's not how I like to go about things. And so I've always just been the type of person to kind of just do me.
Yeah.
And you either love me or you don't. And that's just my vibe, bro. Like,
here's the other vibe though that I get from you, and I've gotten from you day one. And I've never told you this before, but you do it in one of the most loving ways that I've ever seen an individual do it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a special quality that you have where it's not a throw the middle finger up, F you, I don't care, I'm doing my thing. Because that leads, like that energy that's leading that way is negative energy.
Oh, for sure.
That's going to affect you because you're taking it on. But you can still get the same result. You're getting that result with a positive, loving vibe somehow, with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
And you're one of the best, I'm going to say the best I've ever seen at doing that. And I've never said that to your face before.
Well, thank you, brother.
How do you do it?
Honestly, man, like, you know, I'm a people pleaser, and like, dude, like, I respect people's, you know, like their feelings and stuff like that too. And like, I guess just like, I don't like to be a really rude person. I'm a really loving person, a really forgiving person. So, I mean, life's too short to like be a douche. You know what I mean? And like, at the end of the day, like, I just want to have the good vibes, you know. I want to be the type of person that I want to be around. You know, I don't want to be around people that are just super negative and anything you have to say is just bullshit. You know, I don't care what you got to say type thing. I know what I'm doing. I got this, I got that. Like, I'll always have an open ear for anybody's opinions and stuff like that. But like, at the end of the day, like, what works for me. And like, I'm never going to be like, oh, I'm too good for that, or I can't do that. Like, maybe I'll give it a shot, or maybe I'll think about that and like try it later on in life, you know, or like apply it to my life, like down the road, you know? I mean, there's just, I don't know, dude. It's just so hard for me to be a negative person. And I don't know. I love people, dude. I really do love people. And I don't know, just kind of who I am, dude.
Yeah.
So
do you feel like all your friends are that way?
I'd say a lot of my friends are pretty positive, for the most part. I have some friends that maybe aren't as positive sometimes, but you know, like, it's really just, it's funny because my boy Dev, he always tells me, dude, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And that's something that really has stuck with me, for years now, that he's told me that. And it's so true, dude. Like, you are who you're around, you know? So like, if you're around people that don't want to work and they always want handouts and they want the easy way, like, that's the type of mindset you're going to end up getting. And it's just going to put you in a hole. But if you're around like-minded people, or people that grind, people that are always hustling like yourself, always looking for ways to grow and get better, like, that's going to push me to want to grow and learn and just be a better person all around, you know? Yeah. And so like, I have a good amount of friends, bro. Like, I'm pretty cool with like a lot of people. I'm not the type of person that is like, I'm friends with every single person, you know? But like, my friends know who they are, you know? And like, you know, I have a lot of acquaintances, people that I'll always say hi to or see how they're doing and just see how their day's been and stuff like that. But my boys are my boys, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty small circle.
Yeah. I've thought about this a lot too, that men need good friends like that in their life. Men need other men in their life that'll call their BS and be able to get them on track when they need it.
Oh yeah, dude.
And the energy, you know, energy is transferred, I believe, subconsciously. It's not conscious. It's something that just happens. There's energy in this room right now.
Oh yeah.
With the three of us that are in this room.
Yeah.
There's energy wherever we go, and we can feel it. And it's a different vibe every time we go to a different venue. And I think that the biggest thing that I've thought about recently with energy is, you know, I'll tell a story in real estate is there was a client that I had that had this big dream to go and create a nonprofit and a business.
Yeah.
And they needed to be able to obviously do some things to get there, but they're so passionate about it. They were like, this is going to happen. We're going to make it happen. We're going to manifest it to happen. Yeah. And then I actually found them a property that was perfect. I mean, had everything that they needed to be able to do what they needed to do to make it happen. And over about $500, granted, they hadn't made any money in their business. Yeah. It was a payment. They could have rented out a casita, made some money, lowered their payment, and from where he wanted his payment to what his payment would have been, after all expenses, it would have been like $2,700. He wanted it $2,100. So there's $600 there. Yeah. So over $600, he didn't do it. Jeez. Totally qualified, but didn't do it. To me, I left that just mind blown. But here's why. My friends would have told me, you're crazy if you don't do that deal.
That's motivation.
I will shoot you in the foot if you don't do that deal. What the hell are you thinking if you don't do that deal? Think of how big you can make that thing. You can do this and this and this and this. I guarantee you his friends don't think that way. I guarantee you that whoever he hangs out with, whether it's family or friends, ooh, yeah, that's $600 a month.
Don't do it. Yeah, like negative.
Like I'm like, there's no reason why in 2 hours worth of work, an hour or two worth of work, you can make $500-$600.
A couple extra, just
not that hard.
Little extra effort, bro. Yeah, we'll pay for that. That's like, for instance, like kind of just like a small, like little story, like kind of similar to that. Like my dad he's always wanted a Rivian, so we flew out to Texas and we got him a Rivian, and we were coming home, and it was a great drive with me and my pops. Mm-hmm. And dude, he kept like stressing, about, man, I just hope I can make my payment and this and that. And I'm like, Pops, bro, like, why are you stressing so much? I'm like, you deserve this, bro. Like, you bust your ass day in and day out for your entire family, like for everyone. Like, you deserve this. I'm like, that's just one more appraisal you have to do, or one more home you need to sell. Like, just a little extra work will pay for your dream truck. Yeah. And it's yours, bro. Yeah. Like, don't stress about it. And dude, like at the very end of the trip, he thanked me. Yeah. He said, dude, thank you so much for like your positive energy and your positive vibes, because like not everybody, and I won't say any names, were on his side about buying his dream truck. They were making the negative thoughts and the negative energy go into his mind that he couldn't do it. And I'm like, Dad, you could do it, bro. Like, it's so easy.
Dude, but that's the secret right there. Think about if you surround yourself with people that are encouragers like you. Yeah. And how much different your life looks in 5 years.
Most definitely.
Think of how different people's lives look. And then I think everybody just needs to take a like self-assessment of who you're hanging out with right now. I think most people don't. And then try to do the math of like, well, where does it look? Where does your future end up in 5 years from now? Yeah. Based on, are they encouraging you when you tell them about your dreams and goals, or are they laughing, saying, yeah, we'll see it when it happens, or whatever?
That, or they're like, hey, dude, I don't know if you should do that and this and that. Like, it's just like instantly putting that negative energy in your mind, negative thoughts in your mind. It's like,
it's all that it takes is just one thing, one thought, one conversation, one way or the other. Yeah. Changes somebody's life.
No, for sure. And I think that you're 100% right on that, bro. Like, it really, and sometimes that's all it takes is just that one friend to make you believe, bro. And like, believe in yourself and like open your eyes. Next thing you know, you're doing things that you would have never thought you'd be doing. Yeah. I picked up photography, videography just 2 years ago. Dang. And I mean, I've traveled all over the United States. I've met many people. I've had many opportunities. I've worked with some crazy companies, and like, dude, it's just opened up so many doors.
But the other vibe that you have is, I mean, you shot me. We haven't talked much about this either, but I was at a tournament with Tyler Holbrook, and we were playing in the 5-0 bracket, and you just randomly out of nowhere were like, hey bro, I shot some pictures of you today. I got some dope pics. Let me just send them to you for nothing. Yeah. And I still have those on my phone saved in favorites, because they're like good pictures of me playing pickleball. And you do that for a lot of people. Yeah. You're just providing value, adding value anywhere that you go, just positive vibes.
Well, I do that for like the people that I could feel the energy, bro. Like from the very get-go, from meeting you and stuff like that, like the vibes were always just so like good, dude.
That's good to
And
hear,
so,
because
like,
in pickleball, I feel like I've gotten accused of the opposite.
hey, bro, you want the smoke? That's good.
But that's just because I get so like focused.
Yeah, you're competitive, bro. I love it. And
Super.
like, I don't know, dude. Like the people that I could feel that from, like, there's a lot of people that I've shot for 100% free, where I could easily make a lot of money off of for shooting for them. But like,
Yeah.
it's not always about that for me. Like, money comes and money goes, like, but the experiences are what is going to be like the lifelong thing for me. And I really want to have just the coolest experiences and work with the coolest people, you know?
But dude, it goes back to what we were talking about, and like I want to bring this out because it exists in the real estate world. Like when I got started in anybody's business, I think this applies. Like we're talking about how you just shoot pictures for free.
Yeah.
Dude, there's people in the photography, videography world that don't ever do that.
Yeah.
You know your worth, know your value, know that you have good stuff, and you've got to charge for that, blah, blah, blah. Dude, you just did like whatever you wanted to do, right? Like you're just like, well, hey, I'm just going to do it this way. And in the real estate world, it's the same thing. Like never lower your commission, never give away your money. Like that's yours. You earned it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but people don't remember that stuff. It's not memorable. If I can do a good job for somebody and wow them. Yeah. Think of the network that they have.
All they're going to do is think back. Yeah. They're going to think back.
The good vibes, right?
Yeah. Like I will never forget that experience buying my first home with, like it just, like you said, bro, it really is, bro. It's about that experience and just like bringing the good vibes, and like money's great for sure. Like, but like, dude, I've made a lot of money shooting as well for like gigs and stuff like that. But like my people here, like I love y'all. Like I know you guys are grinding and you're on the way up too. Like I'm doing something that I love and I'm helping people out at the same time. And that's a great feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that living the way that you're living, where you're just giving and expecting nothing in return, there's going to be, and there already have been, like, to me, that's why you're having such big success. Yeah. Like there's so many videographers here in St. George that play pickleball. Yeah. Like, why did you get it? And I'm not going to have you answer that because they're probably listening. And they're all great. If they are listening, they're all great people, but, for sure. But I'm going to tell you why you got it. And you already know this. It's because energy doesn't speak English. You don't have to sell it. They feel it. Yeah. They're already feeling it when they see you. You don't even open your mouth and they can feel it. Why? Because you're radiating that positive energy, that positive vibe. They're like, who is this Tyler kid?
It's Tyler's Tatted, baby.
Tyler's Tatted. Yep, at Tyler's Tatted.
That's right. Look him up. That's
right. That to me is one of the biggest takeaways from what we've talked about today so far in being here with you. Is that for sure is why I think you're having so much success. Skechers is huge.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what they're worth, but it's probably hundreds of millions of dollars.
It's insane, dude. And like, bro, it all started from me doing something, honestly, it was 100% free. I was shooting at Red Rock 100% free. Mm-hmm. And I was just getting pictures of Tyson and like just putting my spin on it. And they personally reached out to me and was like, yo, we love these pictures of Tyson. What do we got to do to pay you? Like, what do we need to do to get these pictures from you? Like, we want them for our website. We want them for Instagram. I'm like, say less. Like, I want to open the door with y'all, and I want to earn that opportunity. Like, I'll put the work in and let's create something. And I was just out in Austin, Texas, shooting for Skechers Performance.
Pink line.
Yep. Release the pinks, baby. They're out.
And it was a dope vid.
Thank you, dude.
Bro, I loved it.
Bro, I'll tell you a story about that.
I was proud of you, for
Thank
sure.
you, bro.
I mean, that was elite level.
Yeah, I really knew that I had to kill it. Like, that was like my mindset. And like, I always say pressure bursts pipes or builds diamonds. And I felt like I made a diamond right there, you know? And it was tough because there was a lot of rain delays. There was a lot of rain. So like, it was just not working in our favor. So I just got everything that I could. And I remember boarding the jet, and I had all my footage extracted and ready to go. And on the flight home, I always say I made a movie, So I literally just went straight to work on it. And dude, it was just giving me chills every time I'd play it back. Every time I'd watch it, I'm like, dude, I just made this. Like,
dope.
And when I sent it to them, all they responded was, wow. Like, it was just the best feeling, man. And been blessed ever since. I mean, they've taken care of me. They've sent me boxes and boxes and boxes of shoes, gear, everything, bro. I'm dripping head to toe with Skechers, baby. Yeah.
It's the law of abundance. It's just that law of energy too that you radiate.
Yeah.
Do you know that you're doing it? Do you consciously do it, or is it natural for you?
Honestly, man, I just, like I said earlier, bro, I am who I am. Like, it's
natural.
Yeah, I don't try to be a certain person.
Who are you? If you could define yourself, who's Tyler?
I am a loving person. I'm a real person. I just feel like I'm raw, and I don't beat around the bush, and I just shoot it straight, bro. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to really look deep in and say who I truly am at everything, but I really just try to be raw and real, and I really try to be a loving person, man. And I feel like that's just who I want to be. I don't want to be anything else.
Bro, that's crazy. You know what most people say when I ask him that question?
What?
You go straight to, I'm a photographer. I'm a real estate professional. I'm a business owner. I'm a manager.
Yeah.
It's like they're hats.
Yeah.
You know what where you just went? Do you want to know where you just went?
Yeah.
You just went to, these are my like characteristics. I'm loving, kind, I'm real, energetic. Like, that to me is impressive, because it's the first time I think ever that I've asked that question, really listening.
Yeah.
That somebody's answered with that. And the reason why I feel like that's important for those listening is when we attach ourselves to things outside that's not really us, because those things are not you.
Yeah.
It's outside of you. It's what you do. It's not who you are.
Yeah.
The thing is, what if you stopped doing photography? What if you attach your identity, I'm rich?
Yeah.
And then you lose all your money. What happens to your identity? If you attach it to that and you're rich, then what?
Then who am I?
Who am I? But you didn't attach it to anything that you can lose. Right there. There wasn't a single thing.
That's right.
That's pretty wild, bro.
I never really thought of it that way. So thanks for putting it in that perspective, brother.
It's impressive. And like, I hope, like I said, everybody listening, that you catch that. I'm not perfect at it at all. And it's easy to fall into the trap of who are you? And you list the things that you've done.
Yeah.
But they're all outside of you. And if you lose them, or if you're not constantly working on them, who are you really? It's an interesting thought.
Yeah. No, most definitely, brother. Like I said, man, it's been hard. I've never really thought of it that way.
You did it naturally.
So thanks for putting it.
You did it naturally, dude. I want to go here if it's okay.
Yeah.
And growing up, you had kind of a tough childhood.
Yeah.
Mix the two. And it was because, one, your parents split up.
Yeah, at a very young age.
At a young age. And then you split time between the two. I think you mentioned to me in a message that you got into a little bit of the drug scene, alcohol scene.
Was definitely partying, drinking, smoking some trees, some pills here and there. You know, definitely been down the wrong path a couple times, but you know, like you said, dude, like growing up, you know, my parents split when, you know, I was really young, probably 2.5, 3 years old. It was me and my little brother Blake. And so growing up, you know, I was born in Daytona Beach, Florida, and then I lived there. Yeah. I remember that. That's a really cool story about you.
Have you ever been to Side note: have you ever been to the Krispy Kremes off Main Street in Daytona? Have you ever been there? There's only one Krispy Kreme.
Not that I can remember, bro.
It's
Any salty dog though. I've been to the salty dogs.
The salty dogs. All right, cool.
But dude, like, so like my mom grew up in Florida, and my dad grew up here in Bunkerville, Nevada, which is
small town.
Yeah, just south of St. George.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, when they split, they were living in Vegas. Well, we were living in Vegas, and then my mom moved back to Florida. And every 3 months, we would fly to Florida, stay with my mom. We would fly back, stay with my dad. My mom ended up moving here to Mesquite and Bunkerville to be close to us, because my brother and I would go 1 week at my dad's, 1 week at my mom's, till we were 18 years old. So growing up, we just faced a lot of adversity. My dad's side of the family is super LDS, and my mom's side of the family was not. So like just two different styles of growing up in different households. I had a stepmom at a very young age, and then they started having kids and stuff like that. And so like it was just kind of like a mixed vibe over there sometimes. And then at my mom's, my mom is a single mother, and she would bust her butt to provide for us. And you know, anyway, so we were always more like on the poorer side at my mom's house. So we always lived in like kind of ghetto apartments and ghetto houses and stuff like that. And then at my dad's, it was like we lived on Chapel Way, which was like, it's literally the street that a bunch of my day one homies live. And like we grew up just causing hell and raising hell in Bunkerville.
Is it really a bunch of chapels?
No.
Oh, it's not. Because that's funny. Like when you said it, I thought of Florida, but then I realized, well, you're not talking about Florida. In Florida, chapel streets are always just chapels.
Oh, really? Wow.
And served my mission in Florida, and that's just how they did it.
That's crazy, dude.
Anyway, that's why I thought. But then I was like, oh, he's not talking about Florida. He's talking about
Bunkerville, Nevada. But anyways, like just the growing up style was just, it was tough, dude. It was just different.
Yeah.
Going from being at a poor household where we were eating $1 hamburgers for dinner, and my mom was at work, so I was always taking care of my little brother, and we were always getting into shit and doing stupid stuff like while our mom was gone. And then at my dad's house, like we were like super disciplined, and like we always had to make sure that our rooms were clean, and we had to, you know, make our beds before school or we got our ass beat, you know, type thing. And then just being in the LDS vibe over there, and like, you know, I love the LDS people and all that stuff, but like it was just never really for me and my brother. I could speak for him as well. It was just always felt like forced. And there was a lot of things that I did learn from going to church and doing things like that, and things that I'll hold near and dear to my heart forever, you know. And like it really is just about being a good person, I think, and having a relationship with God, and trying to just really just be a good person in my eyes. But that's like a whole different conversation. But growing up was just pretty crazy, bro. Like I said, you know, I wasn't really good in school. I think just from my childhood, growing up between the two households and stuff like that, I was always looking for attention. Like I wasn't getting it, and I would just get in trouble a lot.
Like self-sabotaging to get the attention that you wanted, that you weren't getting at home.
Mm-hmm.
You'd create situations to get attention.
And trust me, I got some attention that I didn't want, but you know, it made me tough, and that's.
What's the worst thing that you ever did?
Let's see here. There's a lot of things, bro. I used to get in trouble. I used to be in the dean's office every single day at school. I used to get RPC'd. Dude, one time it was like kind of the last day of school, and I gathered all the Axe bottles, like, you know, the Axe spray.
Yeah, in the locker room.
Yeah. And so we got this huge pile of Axes, and we were on the bus ride home, bro, and we just set them all off and rolled them down the
Who was
aisles.
on the bus? Well,
just me, all my boys from Bunkerville, and like just everybody, bro. It was like the last day of school.
It was just school kids.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sports tripper in
No.
So you got all the Axe bottles, set them off.
Bro.
How many do you think there were?
There was easily probably 25.
Oh my
25,
gosh,
30 bottles. Dude,
so you could have lit a match. It would have exploded.
Yeah, bro. Dude, it was crazy, bro. There was a cloud of Axe. Dude, everybody was coughing, choking, like they couldn't breathe, dude. We dropped all the windows in the bus. And dude, it was insane. Everybody had to get off the bus. Like everybody was just choking. I got in some big trouble for that. This was you and some of
your buddies?
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's
all different flavors of it. Dude, I choke on one flavor.
Oh, dude, it was terrible,
bottles,
bro.
All different kinds. Dude, that's an experience right there.
I mean, I just used to be just a class clown, bro. Like anything I got things banned at school because we were just doing stupid shit. I used to get into fights like in middle school and stuff like that. And then like in high school, I just started kind of, I don't know, I was just doing stupid shit. I started doing like some lower tabs and things like that. I'm not proud of, but started drinking at school, like going to school, and then just stopped taking everything serious. I got arrested a couple times. And just really was being a dumbass, dude.
Yeah.
And so it was funny because I dropped out of high school. Not a lot of people know that. I've changed my life completely now. I'm very successful in my work and my home, like my home life, like things that I do, like just very successful. And like just to turn it all around was just super crazy.
Was there an event? It doesn't sound like it, but was there an event where it turned it all around, or was it just like, yeah, I'm done?
Dude, it was like, it's kind of funny because, dude, when I got arrested, like one of the stipulations when I went to court, like the judge like knew who I was, and like he was LDS and stuff. And he's like, oh, okay, dude, you need to get a missionary haircut. You need to go get your GED, or you're going to go to jail, and you have to do it by this time.
Really?
And so I instantly kind of was like, damn, dude, I don't want to go to jail. Like it just kind of opened my eyes. I'm like, dude, this isn't the route I want to take. Like, I don't want to be a loser, you know? And I was a loser. Like I was just being straight bumming, you know? And, dude, it just really like kind of opened my eyes. I got my GED, and then I started doing just like random, you know, jobs and stuff like that to like earn money. And dude, I love money. So like, it really kind of flipped a switch on me. And then I got into the pest control industry. And dude, I love the pest control industry. There's a lot of money to be made. I actually I manage like Mesquite, Beaver Dam, and Scenic. And then so I spray houses still. But I also greet new homeowners and sell as well. So like last year I sold 211 accounts while working full time. This year alone, I've sold 67 accounts. Like, so I'm just grinding,
just go out
bro.
On your own.
Yeah.
When you want to.
Just when I'm spraying, bro.
Just when you're spraying, you go knock the neighbors.
Yeah.
And you go sell some accounts.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. And I love the customer service, you know? Like, I just love being around people, meeting people. Like, it's just always been hard for me to like have a job where I feel like I'm being micromanaged and like being told what to do. And like this is something where like I create my own wealth, my own, you know, value in a sense.
Yeah. Dude, I got to ask you this question.
Yes.
Okay, because you grew up LDS. There was this big push in Utah. I remember. I just felt like I would hear it all the time. Don't get tats because you won't get hired.
Oh, dude.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do.
I want to go here for just a second because I just want to get into your mind.
I got the job stoppers, baby.
Bro.
That's what they call them.
Bro, but nobody sees that.
No, dude.
Nobody. Like they just see like your eyes are crystal clean. Like, they're just like this guy's legit. He's honest. He's a good dude.
Yep.
Have you ever struggled with that? Like in the back of your mind, like, oh, they don't trust me because I have tattoos?
It's been very rare where I've felt people look at me differently. And I love it, dude. I love when they do because it's so easy for me to change their vision and the way that they look at someone per se, like myself, that's covered in tattoos. And it might teach them not to be as judgmental towards people that have tattoos or how they look, you know? And that's always kind of been my thing, bro, is like, just because I'm covered in tattoos doesn't mean I'm a piece of shit, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm a great person, and you're going to see that. And so, like, that's something, like, I carry myself and pride myself on. It's like, dude, I love my job. I take pride in my work. I really want to earn people's business and just take care of them, you know? And so, like, the whole tattoo thing, like, back in the day, like, I used to be a little nervous, like, to get my hands tattooed, and, like, I always wanted my neck done and stuff like that, but I was, like, always, like, kind of standoffish. The second I've done it, dude, it's, like, it's a game changer, bro. I love it. It's, like, really? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It either makes you or breaks you, you know? But, like, I feel like it doesn't affect the way that I hold myself or how I treat people or talk to people.
It doesn't affect your identity, like we said before.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just something you like doing.
Yeah. And, like, bro, like people just love them too. Cause it's like almost like a conversation starter. Like, I'll see people that I haven't seen for a while. Dang, dude, you got your whole neck done and all. I'm like, yeah, dude, my brother's an artist. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, like we talked about earlier, like at a very, very young age, I wanted that look. I wanted to be covered in tattoos. Like, those type of people always intrigued me, and I always wanted to look a certain way. And, you know, I'm just trying to do it. And I still, to this day, feel like I'm not covered in tattoos, bro. And I mean, my arms, my legs, my hands, my stomach, my neck, like, and I just feel like I don't have any tattoos.
You feel like you don't have any?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But dude, it's like, it's just like who I am.
Yeah.
You know, and I love it. I love the pain. Love feeling that. It's just like, it's almost therapy, bro. Like, as cliche as that might sound, like it really is. I see you getting in that ice bath, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's pain. You know what I mean? It's addiction, bro. Like the mental strength and the stress that it takes you to, it just takes you to a whole different.
You have to be present.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I've learned about ice baths, sure. Right? Is like, and maybe you feel the same thing about tattoos. Yeah. Is if you're worried about all these things in life, anxiety or whatever about something, if you get in the ice bath, or maybe you feel the same way, is that you have to be present
right then and there.
Your mind's going fight or flight.
For sure, bro. So I've never even thought about it like that.
In that moment.
You're getting attacked. Yeah. I mean, you're feeling it. And it's all right here, bro.
I remember the same feeling during COVID. Side note, and then maybe somebody will have a takeaway from this, maybe not. But when we're talking about anxiety, I remember during COVID, I was busier than I've ever been, bro. Like, real estate was insane during COVID, and just hadn't taken a break in a long time. Well, we had jet skis, and it finally got warm enough. We went out to the lake with some friends, and we bought a tube. And we pulled it behind the jet skis. Nice. And if people have done that behind a jet ski, you know that you can whip.
Oh, dude, it goes crazy
in a tube way faster than you can in a boat. And dude, I was laughing out of my mind. And when I got done, I realized I didn't think a single second about my phone.
Yeah.
What was going on at work, all the stress and anxiety that I had. It was because I was thinking, like my mind was kind of like, what are you doing? You're going to die. Like, you're going so fast. And it was just, but I was laughing. Like, I was literally chuckling like a kid out loud.
Just die hard, chuckling.
So my point to all of that is, like, we need those moments, dude. Like, whether it's simulated by a cold plunge, maybe it's a tattoo because people, that's their vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe it's going out with the guys and getting on a jet ski.
Yeah,
whatever it is, dude, I think we need it. I think we need more of it. Intentionally doing it.
For sure, bro.
Self-love is not selfish.
Yeah,
we have to have some.
You do. I think you do, for sure. I mean, it helps you, like you said, look back on everything and be like, dang, dude, I didn't even have that thought in my head when I was doing that. Like, that's a great feeling. Because you know as well as I do, you know, as a man and, you know, holding down the household, there's a lot of weight on your shoulders, you know? And it's good to, like, let that go every so often.
It is good to let it go.
So.
And realize that it's not, hey, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, for sure.
You've made it this far. It's all going to work out in the end.
Just one other day, baby.
Dude, so good. One of the most unique perspectives I've had on the cast so far, honestly, with energy and just being able to look at things a different way. Last question.
Yeah.
This one you can say no to. Do we get to see the tats? Do we get to see it on camera?
I'll show you the tats, bro.
All right, let's go. This is a exclusive look at Tyler's tats. You don't get to see these on the pickleball court every day.
Matter of fact, I'll just take the shirt off.
Take it off.
Show you the goo too.
Take us through.
All right. So this is my American traditional sleeve, my first sleeve ever. This is my very first tat. This is my last name. My dad used to give me shit about it all the time. Loyalty. This is a clothing brand that I once had. Live on your own terms. With my buddy Derek out in Vegas. And then I got my stomach. My chest.
Is that a pirate ship?
Yeah. I'm all about the pirates, bro.
That's me too. That's weird.
You know,
I don't know
pirates
why.
were never, you know, they were never that type that stayed and followed everybody. They always just did what they wanted to do, and they just roamed freely.
That's
you know?
your vibe.
On my chest, I got it when I was 18. Don't judge me. You know, I had a lot of judgment going on in my life for many, many years. Got a lot of shit about this one too, but that's all right. These dog tags are for my papa, rest in peace. Served in the war. Have some Japanese traditional tiger with the peony, the rose. Got the Japanese mask. On my leg, I got a lot of Japanese traditional stuff. Dragon. Got the foot dog. I got the chrysanthemum flower on the back of the knee. And then my left leg was very special to me. My brother started practicing his tattooing on it. This was his very first color tattoo, the lighthouse. This kind of resembles where I was born and going through the storm of life, you know, just kind of always had that lighthouse to show me that there's always a way through, you know. A lot of my tattoos don't have meaning, to be 100% honest with you, but I could always find a meaning, but I just love the way they look.
You just like it, yeah. It all goes together.
These are probably my favorite tattoos right here. My daughter Lila tattooed that. It says, "I love Dad."
Oh, dude, that's way
and
cool.
And then my daughter Harley did this. They were
Stand up and show that one to the camera, the one
4.
from your daughter. Right there.
This one.
That's cool, dude. And what's that? Just doodling?
Just doodles.
That's cool.
Yep.
You're just like, hey, here you go.
And then my neck.
That's recent.
Yeah, so
I remember you posting that recently.
I got the eagle. Is it on this side? Okay, I got the American traditional eagle, the panther, I got the flower, and the webs. Like I said, I do pest control. I love spiders and all that stuff.
You say chrysanthemum?
Yeah.
That's like where a lot of pest control product comes from,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
That's
derived from the chrysanthemum flower.
Yep.
And then let me get up here. I'll show you guys. I got white tattoo here for the anchor. And then this is a white star tattoo that my sister and my brother have. So we all got the same tat. But yeah, bro.
Those ones are those tats, or is that like branded?
No, they're tats.
Okay.
They're just with white ink.
Oh, okay, cool. I know our buddy Mason Ford has recently gotten into that. Do you have any influence on him and getting
bro?
Sleep?
I'm always chirping in Mason's ear. I'm like, when you getting more tats, bro? When you getting more? Dude, I love Mason. Mason's always been a real one from the get-go too, dude. Like you guys are really close. You guys play, high level pickleball. So you guys are always chill with like letting the newbies come in and play with some of the 5-0s. And, you know, some people are kind of cliquish with that, but like, obviously I've got a lot better. You know, I'm scraping the surface of a 5-0 player right now. I would say like I'm a solid 4-5 player, but yeah, I got some grinding to do, but that's the best thing about it, bro.
That's what's fun about pickleball.
It's always room to grow, and there's always that person that's going to kick your ass, and you got to learn how to get around it, you know?
Yeah, Mason I see is one of my best friends, and we don't hang out. He was over here with his wife a little while ago, but we don't hang out that much. But he's a guy that through the years, the last 10 years, has been like steadily always had my back.
Good.
And the thing about Mason too is he doesn't always, and I've seen that, so it makes it more special. Like, if you piss Mason off, he's going
to let you know.
He's going to let you know, and it's going to take a lot in some ways. Like, he's still very loving too.
Yeah, for sure.
But he doesn't forget. He doesn't forget. And me and Nick, I don't think we've ever had a fight ever. And we've played a lot of pickleball together. But those were good times back in the day when we would win.
He needs to get done with tax season so he can start playing again.
I know. I know. We got to get him out there too so he can drop the weight. I know he wants to.
Yeah,
he wants
sure.
to drop the weight.
Yeah.
We need to help him get there too because he wants to.
It's all about that energy, baby.
Yep. Anyway, dude, thanks for coming on.
Dude,
it's been a great
episode.
You for having
thanks
me,
for
sharing your tats with everybody so that they can see and
they gotta see
hear
the
more about your story.
That's right.
I love your story, man. And I wish you nothing but the best as you're going in your like career in pickleball with not just pickleball, but like all the stuff you got going on with Skechers.
Thank you, brother.
I know all the things that you'll do from there. You get in with them and
sky's the limit,
sky's
baby.
the limit. Yeah. It already is. You got the vibe. So
yes, sir.
Guys, thanks for listening. Hope you found value from this. I think there was definitely value from this and energy and just who you hang out with, how you look at things, your identity, just who you are as a person. And no matter what's going on in your life, like you can love and be yourself. You don't need to be able to fit a mold that everybody else tells you that you need to fit or do things that everybody else tells you need to do in order to be successful. Go with your gut.
Yep.
I think at the end of the day, that's the secret is our gut knows.
Oh, yeah.
Our gut knows. Maybe we just don't take time enough to sit and think. And you mentioned that on the podcast today, which thank you for that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Just to think about it. Think about what you actually want in life and then go get it. I think that's a big thing that people don't do enough to sit and think, what do I really want? And then don't let other people's opinions go through your mind of, well, what are they going to think if I do that? Or what's that person going to think? If your gut tells you to do it and you're fired up about it, just go do it.
Do it. I agree.
Just go do it. So thanks again, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me, brother.
Okay. We'll see you guys in the next episode.